Hello.
Hey guys.
Hi.
It's podcast number 8.
No, it's not.
Hi.
You're lying.
It's
You're
podcast number 8.
You're fucking lying, dude. It's podcast
taking
number
over.
7.
I'm taking over.
No.
Last time I tried to take over, it failed. But
No.
this time, I will succeed.
Oh. You know?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I know. Yeah?
guess what?
Yeah? No?
Iceland hasn't exploded yet. What?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Thanks to me.
exactly. In the last podcast, we talked about some earthquakes that had happened here in Iceland. In between that podcast and now, there were some news that there would be a volcano or some lava, leaking out of the of the mountain where the
A little
earthquakes.
eruption.
Yeah, a small little eruption. They said it wouldn't be big or anything. It wouldn't like stop air travel. Not that many planes are going overhead because of COVID, anyways. But they said that it would probably just be like a little eruption, tiny little baby one. But it hasn't happened yet. There's still earthquakes. Yesterday there was a big one apparently, or like in the night.
Yeah.
My brother woke up. So I didn't feel nothing. I haven't felt an earthquake in a while. In a couple days.
Farts.
You farted?
Yeah.
All right.
And it caused a seismic activity in my town.
How big was it on the Richter scale, bro?
It's 7 on the wall seeker scale.
My brother, my father, and I, we were watching the horror movie called The Conjuring during the weekend. It's a film that I had seen before, but I think I've only seen it once, and when I saw it, I fell asleep or something because I didn't remember half of the shit that happens. So we watched that this weekend, and there's a scene in there where the ghost is possessing someone, and they're trying to get him out, and shit starts shaking around. And I look at my dad, and I go, "Oh man, that's probably 6.5 on the Richter scale." And my dad was like, "Yeah, what the hell?"
Yeah, what gives?
Making earthquake jokes. Then
How topical.
I also watched Deadpool 2 with my dad. He seemed to enjoy it. He I don't know why, but he walked into my room when I was watching American Psycho once, and he looked. He saw it was the scene where the guy's chasing this girl with a chainsaw, and then he drops the chainsaw down the stairwell, and it hits her, and he went like, "This is disgusting," and then he left, and he was like, he sounded actually disappointed. And I was like, "Oh, Dad, no, it's just the movie." But then he watched Deadpool and he was loving it. He thought it was so much fun. I was like, okay. I'd argue this movie is way more violent than American Psycho, but yep, you do you, Dad.
But American Psycho, it could be real.
It could be real.
Imagine.
Exactly.
Somebody could drop a chainsaw on me.
I mean, Deadpool could also be real. We already have Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All we need is a costume.
Yeah.
And then,
There
then it's real.
Then it's real.
It's real.
It's real?
Yeah, General.
So yeah, what's been happening? What else has been in the news lately? We didn't talk about it in the last podcast, and I think we haven't really mentioned it. But Daft Punk broke up. Did we talk about it on the podcast? I don't think we did. Unless you remember it.
I feel like we did.
You feel like we did? Well, anyways, they're still broken up.
Yeah, moving on.
Moving swiftly on.
I mean, they broke up, but it doesn't mean they're gonna stop doing, their own thing.
Yeah, they're gonna go do their own things, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna do.
Stardust. The song "Music Sounds Better with You."
Yeah.
One of them, one of the guys from Daft Punk, did that song.
Ooh, all right. I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
The more you know.
So you know.
Yeah. That on Friday.
That's,
I by the way, I went home to see my family this weekend. On Friday we went to.
Did you see them?
Yeah, I saw them. They were there.
You sure?
Yeah, they were there. I swear. The accident wasn't your fault, General. You need to let them go. No,
General,
no.
you're supposed to use a microscope. They could be clones.
You're right. They could be clones. It could be like Mirage in Apex Legends, who I've been playing a lot. I bought him last week, and I really like playing that character. But yeah, on Friday, the films that everyone made as their final assignment, final project during the last semester in film school, we watched them on Friday. Basically, there's a premiere show. I invited my mom, my dad, and my sister to come over. I invited my brother too, but he couldn't make it because he was working. But they showed up, and it was pretty cool. There was a lot of cool movies that I saw made by the other kids. I hadn't seen the any of the other films actually, so I saw the first time now. I've seen the films that all the other kids who were in my semester, the films that they made. And some of them were very good. The first one we saw was
Any humdingers?
The first one we saw was the weirdest one because, it was shot really well and it looked really good, but I didn't understand it. A girl shows up at a party with her boyfriend, and then the boyfriend starts talking to another girl, and she's all depressed. The girl that he arrived with, and she's just sitting around. Then her boyfriend and the other girl start doing drugs, and then she pours some more drugs, this liquid thing, into the punch at the party, this fruit punch, and then people start drinking the fruit punch, including the girl that the boyfriend arrived with, and now she's high as a kite, and everyone's high at this party, just fucking going crazy, and
monkey time,
and the fucking and the girl starts seeing herself, but as a ghost or something. I don't know. She's pale, wearing white clothes and shit. And then at the end she dies, and she sees herself for the last time. Everyone else is gone and it's just her. And then the movie ends, and I didn't understand what the hell. Was that supposed to be her, or her mom or sister or someone that I don't know. She's just seeing it. Was that supposed to be her her consciousness or some shit like that? I don't understand it. I didn't get it.
It's her losing control of her own fucking life by doing what everyone else does.
Doing the drug.
She drank the punch.
She didn't know that.
And that's what sheep do. Don't be a sheep.
Who put this,
dear listener?
Who put drugs in the punch? Please. What the hell?
Do your own drugs. Don't do some weak ass drugs that is put in the punch.
Don't do it.
Come on. Bring your own supply to the party, okay?
Calm the
fuck
up.
Segueing on to our sponsor, Jim's Drug House is having a 50% discount.
Jim's Drug House?
Right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Alright guys, thanks for listening to the podcast. I gotta go. Whoa, there's a fucking plane going close. It's gonna crash.
Somebody please call 911. No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I'll do it myself.
Dude.
No.
You'll do it yourself? Do what?
Yeah, I'll call 911.
Hello.
Yeah, my friend got crashed into a plane. Can you
Your
help?
friend crashed into a plane? Hold on.
Can you help?
We're calling the police. The police are coming. The police are gonna call the police. It's like a conundrum. Hello, police. Wait.
It's like
it's me.
Like a middleman.
Yeah. What if every time you call the police, you have to call a middleman, someone who calls the police for you? Ring. Hello, middleman
you
for the police.
You have to call Joe.
Hello, can I talk to the police? All right, hold on, I'll put you on the line. And then it's just playing jazz music.
Hello.
You are number 5 in the line. Wait your turn.
You want me to call the police for you? Yeah, hold on. Let me finish my shower first.
Yeah, hold on. I'm on lunch break right now. Can that wait for a second? You call them and they're like, "Oh, I'm on an important meeting right now. Hold on. Can you wait for 5 minutes?" And then you just like hang up. That would be fucked up. That'd be messed up. What a world.
That'd be funny.
Exactly.
As a full-length feature film.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a full-length feature
we can
film
stretch
just
this
around
out.
just around that one idea.
Yeah, stretch it way out.
My foreskin? Gel Kid? What?
What? No, the film. It's a high concept.
God, I
Stretch
thought
it
you were
out.
talking about Jelking right now.
No, that's our sponsor next week.
Oh shit! You're right. Speaking of the next week's podcast, I'm gonna try and get Sochis, my good pal, on it. I was gonna get him for this podcast, but like I said, I was not home, and I didn't want to because I didn't know what time we would be recording this podcast. I literally just ran into Walsigur's room, shook him awake, and I was like, "Wake up! We gotta go record a podcast!" And so now we're here.
Yeah. Also, he died.
Yeah. Also, I died. Wait, Sochis died? Ah, shit.
Yeah, he died. I'm sorry.
But yeah,
But he'll be back next week.
He will be back along with Carlo. No, we're gonna record. We're gonna record a podcast with Sochis next week. The reason why I wanted him to be on this podcast is because he recently just uploaded a new video, and I wanted to talk to him about like the process of his making his videos, and also just about stories and stuff, because we both have a lot of stories in retail. But for this podcast, retail for this podcast,
like stores.
yeah, working in a store. We both worked in a grocery store. You haven't done that.
No.
But for this podcast, I wanted to theme. I kind of wanted to make a theme of
Diarrhea.
No, of grade school. Both of us,
Really?
just like stuff we did in grade school, because I don't want to talk about too many movies, So let's talk about some grade school
My
stories.
ass.
Your
Stuck it
ass?
on my ass. Yeah.
When I was 6 years old, I don't think you knew this. I once headbutted a teacher.
What?
Yes, she was.
This is.
Why did I say yes like a robot? Yes.
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 This is new information right here.
Yeah, I haven't told you this story.
This might get you canceled. Be careful.
GeneralArse headbutted a teacher when he was 6 years old.
Violent person. Violent animal.
Get him out
Be
of here.
careful. It's gonna be. Yeah.
So the teacher was like talking to me about something that I found very exciting as a kid. And I was like, I was 6 years old. I was a tiny little kid. She was bending over to like talk to me. And because she was talking to me about she was basically standing like right above me with her face, and I was like in front of, or like I was under her kind of. Like this little tiny little me, and she was telling me something exciting. Like I think she was like, "Oh, we're gonna go outside and do some drawing. Would you like that?" And me, in my excitement, we're gonna go parachuting. You're excited for that? No.
We're gonna jump into a volcano.
You wanna come with me? The teacher told me something that I found very exciting, so much so that I jumped up in my excitement. I went, yeah, and then I just like bonked her right in the fucking nose, and she went like, ow, don't do that. I was like, sorry. I felt really bad. I felt really fucking bad. The teacher didn't like yell at me or anything, but she was like, oh, you have to be careful, and I was like, oh shit, sorry.
You gotta be careful. Mm-hmm.
I felt really bad. And when I grew older, this teacher was actually like one of my favorite teachers in the school. It was, if you remember her.
Whoa, dogs.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna go beep.
How many? How many people named beep live in Iceland? Somebody could just like, I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly.
Go on the keyboard.
Of the 6 people in Iceland, they're gonna find her.
Out of the 20 people named beep. So yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever hurt someone like that? Because I didn't mean to do that. I was like, okay, I'm not a violent person. I swear.
I swear. Do not remember hurting anyone except myself one time. Okay.
What'd you do?
Actually, no, it was an accident. Okay, one time during like recess, I was like 7 years old, and it was like, winter,
Which is
snowing. There was.
Which one is it? Were you 8 or 7, huh? Which is it, Obama?
My fellow Americans, I think I will disconnect.
This year, wait, Mr. Obama, last year you were 56 years old, now you're 57. Which is it, Obama? Make up your damn mind. I mean, come on.
I am 58 years old. Thank you.
What?
I'm going to Hawaii.
All right, yeah, you were 7 or 8 years old. What happened? Wow.
It was like winter, snowing,
Yep.
recess, okay, and then it was like a very large pile of like snow.
Shit.
Like
Snow,
a little
yeah.
mini snow mountain.
Ooh, yeah, I remember we used to play on those a lot as kids because, like,
Yep.
the guys who were sort of clearing the parking lot and, like, the
Yeah, they
roads
would, like,
around, they would sort of, I think they
push
did
it.
it on purpose. They must have, because they, like, always put them in the middle of the, like, playing ground. They must have been like,
Yeah.
all right, this is for the kids, here you go. And they put, like, these big mounds
knew.
of snow just for us to, like, play with.
And it cost me.
And it cost
me
you
health.
your left
Okay.
arm. What?
It was a really, tall snow pile.
Yeah,
Taller than, I don't know,
yeah.
taller than like a Jeep or something.
Oh.
But not as tall as a bus, but almost.
Almost, yeah.
And I was at the top of it, like playing around, like, recess, oh, it's fun.
Yeah, like
And
every kid does.
Okay, there's one side of the snow pile was like a slide. You could slide down it, but the other side was like steep.
Ooh.
You would just fall off.
Oh my
And I
god.
fell off there, and I like landed on my ribs.
Oh.
And it really hurt, but I didn't break any bones or anything.
All right. Lucky you.
But it really hurt.
Yeah. I've never broken a bone except for when I was like 2 years old. I may have talked about this on the podcast. If not, when I was 2 years old, I was going to my grandma's house and I fell down some stairs and I broke my left leg, but I don't remember it. And so I can't really say that I've experienced breaking a bone because I haven't
comment
really.
on it. Can't comment on the pain or anything.
Yeah, I can't comment on how much it hurt. But it happened, and I have twisted like an ankle and like hurt myself like that when we were like doing some sports and like exercise like that in school,
Yeah.
and that shit hurts. And so I can't. I think if I break a bone, I'd probably just die. I'd probably just fucking like pass out. I'd be like, all right, this is the worst pain ever. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, no
One
thanks.
time during like sports in school,
Yeah.
I got like, I think it was a basketball in my face.
Oh,
At, like,
those are
full
fucking
force.
hard. God.
Yeah. And I got it in my face.
Yeah.
Hit in the face with a basketball, and I just like I started crying.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I wanted to cry. It was just like, I don't know, some sort of reaction. Like the body thought, okay,
Okay, cry now.
this is a lot of pain. Just tear up, keep those tears coming. And I got face stinks.
Ooh.
Just absolute pain.
Yeah. God, that's the worst. Fucking a baseball too, right? Or is it a basketball?
basketball.
A basketball. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why. I thought you said baseball at first. Those are even harder. Getting those
Yeah,
in
that
the
would've
face,
been-
that sucks. That's gotta suck.
that
But a
would've killed
basketball,
me.
that's also fucking awful. They're rough. They like fucking they don't feel good on your face. You don't really want that in your face.
I want like a
Alright.
football in my face, not this.
I remember we were playing. I don't know if everyone knows what this game is. There's this game that we called Stinger, where it was like a row of
We shoot missiles from a Stinger rocket launcher.
yeah. No, it was a basketball game where there was only one hoop in the game, and then there were two balls and one shaft. No, there were
Animal.
there was a row of kids, the two front kids, like at the front of the line at the row. They had one ball, and then they had to, the poor things, and then they had to, the first kid had to like throw his ball and hit it in the hoop. If he didn't hit it, the second kid gets to go, and he needs to try and eliminate the kid in front of him in the row by like hitting the ball into the hoop first. And like if the kid behind misses, but the kid in front like the kid in front still has a chance to basically get it in the basketball hoop before the other kid. If the first kid hits, of course, he just goes in the back of the line and throws the ball at the next kid who's behind that kid that was behind him. And so it's just like a game of elimination. You try and kill the kid that's in front of you. Not literally, but like, in the game. we don't advocate killing children.
Quote unquote, in the game.
But yeah, we used to play that game a lot, like almost every fucking day. I remember asking you sometimes, hey, wanna go play Stinger? And you'd be like, yeah, man. And then sometimes you'd be like, nah, I don't feel like it. And we'd be like, oh, man, you know?
I'd be like, yeah. I would be like, no. I would be like, Obama has been elected president.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. And just like that, my day was ruined. No. I'm sorry. I don't mean that. So, or do I?
Want to keep that in?
I'm keeping that in.
Okay.
Just like I'm keeping.
Or do you want to bleep the entire thing?
I'm bleeping. This entire podcast, I'm bleeping out whatever you say, so nobody knows what you say.
Bleep out what I said, then bleep out. No, don't bleep out what you say. Okay,
I'm not gonna bleep
out what I say. No, bleep out what I say. That's funny.
No. We'll see.
I'll make my own version.
Yeah, I'm gonna get canceled.
Bleeped, censored.
Ooh.
For all the kids. Hey kids.
Hey kids.
Now you and your mother can enjoy it together.
But yeah, the reason why I was talking about that game is because there was this one kid that I remember. He was like playing, and his girlfriend was also playing. This was in grade school, by the way. We were maybe 15, 16 years old. That kid was 14 maybe. He was a year younger than us.
Something.
And I remember he like got eliminated, the kid, while his girlfriend was still playing. And then somebody threw the ball so hard at like the basketball, like, you know, the hoop sort of, he didn't fit it in the hoop or hit the hoop itself, but he hit like the little backboard. That's what it's called. He hit the backboard and it bounced back and right into his girlfriend's face. And that kid got fucking angry. The boyfriend of the girl, he was fucking screaming at the guy like, what the fuck are you doing? Like he meant to do it. And it was just like, whoa, calm down,
What are you aiming at?
What are you fucking aiming at? And it was like, everyone was just like, ooh, alright, I guess we're not playing this game anymore.
What are you aiming at?
And there were so many butthurt kids that would like fucking get so angry if they lost. And I remember, you know, the funny joke to do if you lost was to like take your ball and just fucking throw it as hard as you could at the other basketball so that it just like went flying into oblivion.
What the fuck?
I remember,
man, that ain't GG, man. That ain't Poggers.
Exactly. It was like they would rage quit so hard. And then there were like the kids, like my fucking cousin, who was, you and my cousin were like the tallest boys there, and my cousin, he would always just like go and slam dunk it immediately. Mm-hmm. Like you would, if I was playing the game and he was behind me, I would start sweating immediately. Like I had the ball, he had the ball, I would just be like, save me.
So you're telling me no nepotism going on there, huh?
What?
None of that. Nepotism.
I don't know what this word means. I know I've heard it, but I don't know. What does it mean? Explain.
It's, you know, it's like, okay, I'll give you an example. It's like, you know, your cousin owns like this company, and he gives you a job just because you're like related to him.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh, that's what. Okay, he gives me a job just because we're related, and that's nepotism.
Yeah.
Or if it was like my dad owned a company and then he gave me a raise. Okay. Yeah. Just because I'm his son. Okay. I know what nepotism is now. Thank you. My cousin was fucking ruthless. He was like, I'm gonna destroy you. He did not care. which always felt really good when he was like the first one throwing, because you weren't allowed to like go slam dunk on your first throw. You had to throw it first. He had to do that too, I think. Even as like the guy like behind, you had to like go. You had to throw it first, and then you could slam dunk. But he would always just like throw it at the backboard as hard as he could, like, on purpose. Basically, he would like throw it at the backboard, catch it, and then just like jump up and slam dunk. And I was like,
yeah, just
what the fuck?
quickly. It's like a speed run strat.
Yeah.
Okay, I throw it at the backboard quickly, so I can get the ball immediately back, and then use the slam dunk.
He had the speed run strats. Yep. He like, which always felt so good when he was like the first and I was behind him, and then he threw his ball and missed, and so I just like get a hole in one. What's it called? What is it called when you get a fucking hoop? On the first shot.
To score a hoop or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a word for it. I don't remember what it was, but we like that. I wasn't very good at basketball at all. I don't even know how to play basketball normally, but like, it's the same principle. You just throw the ball in the hoop in the Stinger game.
Just
and
just doing casually shooting hoops.
Exactly. And I was not very good at like getting it in on the first try, so I'd always had to like throw it and then I'd have to fucking go again. But when it happened, I just remember the kids behind me just fucking screaming like, "No way, Pop Champ, bro! Wow!" No, they weren't actually.
Yeah, they were shooting.
They were
shooting out Pop Champs in the year 2000.
Exactly.
14, 15.
When nobody knew what Twitch chat even was. Boy, like, wow, dude. And I would always feel fucking so proud. I managed to win some games. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't that good at the game.
It's kind of like Battle Royale.
But it's kind of like Battle Royale, and it felt really good winning. It's like a
last one standing wins.
Oh, there were kids who would like kind of team up. I remember that as well. I remember when there were kids. Like my cousin and another cousin of mine, they would always be like, "Oh, let's help each other. Let's try and beat this guy." And we were just like, "Oh, fuck,"
Sure, man.
System ain't fair.
Exactly. This is rigged. The game's fucking rigged, man.
If you think about it, it's kind of like capitalism, That's why I keep saying
it's kind of like capitalism, guys. Come on.
That's why I keep saying, get rid of capitalism. Just get rid.
Yeah. You were sick a lot in grade school. I remember that. I remember every time I came to school and you weren't there, or at least after I met you. I didn't meet Wallseeker, by the way, until in 7th grade, I think? No, 6th grade, right? Something like that.
Something.
Before I met Wallseeker, I had another friend who I talked to like all the time, but he moved away. I made some like old YouTube videos with him, and with the other friend, and we were best friends basically. And then he moved away to like a small town that's many fucking hours away from
many moons away.
Yeah, many moons away, many miles away from where I lived, because his parents divorced. And so I barely spoke to him anymore, and I didn't really have that many friends in grade school. And then one day I sat down on a swing set, and next to me was Wallseeker, also just on a swing set, and I don't remember how, but we started talking about like YouTube videos, and we started like just like talking about Gmod videos and animations and stuff like that we had seen on YouTube. And like he recommended a bunch of videos to me, and I recommended some videos to him, and after that we just always talked to each other about like videos we had seen, and we would always sit next to each other in classes, and we both had like an interest in drawing and video games and like video YouTube, and we didn't really talk too much about movies at that time, but we still like, we pretty much had all of the same, interest that a kid would have. We were just like, we pretty much hit it off on that swing set, and then
rumors say
that
I was made in a computer factory.
Exactly. He was put on this earth to, maybe he's not real.
Game.
maybe you're not real. Maybe I'm just imagining you. I'm talking to myself right now. That's what
Yeah, we're
people
gonna start like a in-depth lore.
people listen to the podcast, and it's just me
GeneralArse.
talking to myself. I'm waiting for someone to talk, and there's no one there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna send you like the recording this time. You're gonna be talking.
Marge?
Homer Simpson, you owe me money.
I don't know, dude. I had a fucking dream that I could do Marge Simpson's like voice perfectly, and I was like, "Whoa, I'm so impressed!" And then I woke up and I was like, "Oh man, fuck!"
So close.
So close.
Almost like that secret formula.
Almost. Wait. So yeah, I was talking about something before I started saying like how I met you, and how I met your mother. Stop farting! Stop farting!
I'm sorry, what you just said there was so amazing that I literally started shitting myself.
Oh yeah, when I met you in school, I would always just like, every day I would always look forward to just like hanging out with you, talking to you, hanging out with you in recess. Well, because when we met, we were in. It was called Middelstig in our grade school, which is like, in English would be called like the middle class, I guess. We're the middle class.
we started in the poor class. We moved up to the middle
We
class.
moved into the middle class, and then we went into the elites.
Yeah, the elites.
But yeah, we were really big. It was in grade 6, 7, no, 5, 6, and 7. That was like the middle, like sort of portion of the school, as it was called. I don't know what it, you know. But during that, period of school, for some reason, grades 5, 6, and 7 were sort of mixed up. We were all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
I remember, except I think when we finally got to 7th grade, they changed it so that it was actually the grades together. Because like, why would they do that? Why would they? I don't know. It was weird. They would like pitch us all together in like these separate grades.
Mix them
together.
It's gonna be like meat soup.
And so like I would have to look forward to like recess, because I didn't have you in my class or in my teaching room. So I'd have to wait for recess to like find you, and then I didn't find you anywhere, and I was like, oh man, he's not here today. It always felt so bad because you were sick very often. Like I remember, I would just like, it was a gamble. I would run out there. Would I be disappointed? Would I
like,
not be disappointed?
In my system.
Yeah.
Keep downloading TF2 critical hit sound effect packs, and it's just like viruses.
Exactly. You kept getting sick.
Kept getting sick.
I myself was not very sick often, and I still, to this day, am not very sick, like ever. When I get sick, it's like one day. It's like one day off of the year where it's just like, oh, you're sick now. You're fine now after like in the next day.
You're sick.
Like for instance, the last time I got sick was, and I think you remember this, we were in high school. It was our second to last semester, and we were in biology class, and it was like the first class of the day. I was like, my stomach was killing me. I was like looking over, like, man, I can't think straight. I'm dying, and you were like, oh my god, you were sitting next to me, like, get away from me. And then after class, I don't know why I didn't leave immediately. I actually finished the whole class, like the first class, and then I went to the receptionist and I asked her if I could go home because I was just like not feeling very well. My stomach was killing me, and I'd literally never been sick before then. Like I'd never gotten a sick day off during school, and the receptionist lady, she was really nice. She just went like, oh, it's okay, you can go home. She didn't even ask me to like prove it or anything, and she didn't I didn't have to show any like doctor's notes or anything.
Took your word for it.
Yeah, she just like took my word for it. She believed me because I'd never lied about it before. Why would I lie about it now? So I went home and I slept. And in between 2017 until last year, I hadn't been sick at all. I got sick the first time last year in February, like right before COVID hit. I got like a little sick for one day. got 1 day off of work, and then I went back to work. And it was just
Sick.
like, I think it was just like a major headache. That's all I had. That's all I got sick with.
I get it. Major headache. GeneralArse.
Yeah, major headache is my friend on the
Come in,
line.
You're, yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When was the last time you threw up?
The last time I threw up was probably
Yeah.
like in grade school. I'm not even
Yeah,
like I never throw up anymore.
Yeah, same here. It's been like years since I threw up.
Yeah. I don't like, I never really throw up when I eat anything disgusting or anything like that. If I eat something disgusting, I usually just like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up because I know what throwing
Yeah.
up feels like, but it doesn't happen. So I'm just like, oh man, okay, that was bad. I always get over it. The taste is like stuck in my mouth, and I'm still like, oh, I wish I would throw up, but it's not happening.
My stomach.
I think the very
I thought it was made out of iron, but it's made out of copper. Ah.
I think the very first time I have a couple throw up stories. Let me talk about these. I think I remember the first time I ever had a pest where I was throwing up. I was at home. I may have been like 5 or 6 years old, and my mom had given me like a laundry basket, or just like a laundry sort of it wasn't a basket, it was like those big laundry sort of fucking bowls, whatever. Is it all called a basket? Hold on, let me Google laundry basket, because a basket to me feels like it would have holes in it. It didn't have holes in it, basically. It looked like the regular old laundry basket where it has holes in it, but without the holes in it, And
Yeah, just fill up the holes.
fill up the holes with some cock. I was throwing up in that thing, and then I was just like laying in bed all day, and then my mom like went to Reykjavik that day. Mind you, I live in Reykjavik now, but I've all my life I've grown up on a farm in which is like 2 hours away from Reykjavik. But my mom was in Reykjavik that day, and she came home and she gave me a Harry Potter like figurine as like a little gift, as like a little toy, for being a strong little man. I think she just gave it to me as like a gift to cheer me up, because throwing up, everyone has thrown up one point in their life, and everyone knows it is one of the worst things ever. It fucking sucks. It hurts. It's disgusting. It smells. And it's annoying to clean up. It's just like, oh, go away.
Yeah. Throw up, go away.
Yeah, sing that song and you will never throw up again.
Today.
Throw up, go away. I don't want to see you today.
See you. Yeah. Okay, the first memory. Okay, I just want to say this.
Yeah.
First memory I've ever had of throwing up was, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years old.
Ooh.
I ate like
baby.
half a box of Cocoa Puffs.
Jesus.
And then I just threw it all.
Oh my god. Half a box of Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this. That's
In like one session.
You should get a Guinness World Record for that. Half a box of Cocoa Puffs. You did throw it all up. You lost your record. I'm sorry, man. Should have kept it in. Man.
Damn it.
You're not getting the Guinness record.
Also, I just want to say this.
Yeah.
The school cafeteria in our grade school, I didn't really, eat much from there.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you always just like, you would maybe you'd have a little bit of the food.
I had to have a little bit. But I wouldn't
And
eat
then
much.
if you didn't like it, you didn't finish it. But if you liked it, you would just finish that, and you didn't have any more. You always just had a little bit of food. You've always been like a skinny little boy.
Yeah, I barely eat. Okay, but the thing is, one time, I went into the cafeteria. I had, like 2 chicken wings.
Yeah.
I ate them.
Ooh.
But then later, I got really sick.
Oh no.
Started throwing up.
Oof.
And I felt really awful.
From the chicken wings?
And yeah.
Mm.
I just had pains in my stomach and just,
The cafeteria food at our school was not that good.
And because of that, I missed out on like a trip to like the theater.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's awful. That's the worst. As a kid, you're always excited for like those trips that you go on, and missing out on those was always like the worst thing ever. You just feel fucking just like, oh man, you know. And you just.
I know how you feel.
I remember that cousin of mine that I was talking about earlier, the one that would slam dunk in basketball. He during I think 9th grade, we went to this ball, this like New Year's party basically, dance ball, and he arrived drunk. Like he had a drink at 15 years old, 16 years old, and I remember because I was always on the school bus with him, and he was just like, he was out of it, and he was like talking to me, and I could tell that there was something wrong with him, and he was just like, I'm a little drunk, and I was like, what the fuck? Like he had a drink, like he had basically stolen something to drink from his parents or his siblings or something.
I think I'm pretty sure I was there.
You were there?
I remember.
Nice. Yeah. We went there to the party, and he was like telling people, and everyone knew, like just like within 5 minutes, I think everybody knew that this guy was fucking drunk. This kid is 15 years old, because nobody else was drunk. Everyone else is sober, and then he was acting super weird. And then somebody snitched, and I remember he had to go to the principal, and they, in our grade school, every year when the kids in 10th grade, basically they go out and collect some money by like selling things with the school, and try and like make up money to make up some money to go to Denmark as a trip. We go to like Copenhagen and just like go on a little school trip, and everyone has to like go and make their own money for it, and we do that usually around like 9th and 10th grade. And we were in 9th grade when that guy got drunk, and he had to go to the principal because someone snitched and said like, oh, he was drunk, he had been drinking, and so he went to the principal's office, and I think he was lucky that his mom was working at the school, because he almost lost his like rights to go on the trip. They were threatening him to, they said that he was not going along on the Denmark trip if he did it. But like his mom was a teacher at the school, and she I don't know, like he got to go with us basically, but he wasn't. If he did that again, basically it was off the table. He didn't. So he almost didn't get to go with us, which would have been awful because he's a fucking great guy. He's a really fun guy.
You drink one more time, we'll put you under the guillotine. You hear me?
Well, fucking off with his head.
Classic.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
But yeah, I was talking about some vomit stories. Everybody loves those. Let's go back to vomiting. When I was
a transition right there.
This is the vomiting episode. I think I don't remember all the times that I've thrown up. But when I was around 7 or 8 years old, we were driving on the bus, home from school, and I was like, as a kid, I would try and like sleep on the bus, and I always like laid. I think this is the reason why I threw up this time, and this trip home from school was I would lay with my head like on the window, and for anyone who's done that, you know that that's like the worst fucking thing in the world. But as a kid, I don't know why, but I always did that, and it just like feels like somebody drilling a jackhammer into your skull. Yeah. It's like, it's the worst, especially because like living on a farm, we would drive with the school bus to everyone's like farms, their little houses, and up to their houses they didn't have cemented roads. It was just like it was just rocks, and that shit's even more shaky. So laying your head on a windshield like that, you can almost imagine that it's like 3 jackhammers against your skull instead of one.
It's like 3 drills. They're really trying to get into your brain.
They're really trying to fucking get into your head. And this was when the school bus driver used to drive this big fucking school bus. It was like he still has, like, outside. I went this weekend, like, I always drive past, and he still has like 3 different school buses, but he only uses one. But one of them was like this massive, just like the type of school bus you would see a bunch of tourists going on to go like on a trip around the country or something like that. It was like this big one, even though there weren't that many kids in the county, like where my farm is, and like all these kids. There were maybe like 12 kids on the bus or something, with 40 seats in the school bus. And so we were driving, and I sat next to a girl who I like had a crush on when I was a kid, but I think like at the time when I was 7, I didn't have a crush on her then, but she sat next to me, kind of, because like I was by the window and she sat down next to me. Of all the 40 seats in like that school bus, she sat in the seat next to mine. And while we were driving, we were almost to her home when I fucking threw up all over her like right leg and her school bag. Like I just like barfed after laying with my head on the windshield. And she didn't notice. She was like looking somewhere else. She was looking out like the other window, like to the left of the school bus or something, or just, like she wasn't looking. And I just like really sickly just call out like, school bus driver, I just threw up. And so she looks down and she's just covered in fucking vomit on her leg and her school bag. And the school bus driver was like, uh-oh. And we like, luckily we were just like right at her house, so we literally just like pull up at her house. I go in and like clean myself off and like drink a glass of water. She cleans herself off. She's like, I think she was crying, by the way. Her parents are there, and the school bus driver is like cleaning the her parents give the school bus driver basically some papers to like clean the floor and the seats. And then like this was one of the most like embarrassing fucking things ever for me. I barfed on the girl that I had a crush on, and then like the school bus driver also, after that incident, I never saw that school bus again. He like stopped using that one. He was like, okay, it's contaminated, get it out of here.
Your vomit acid created a hole in the bus. I could never use it again.
Exactly. I ruined the bus. I ruined this bus, and I ruined my chances with my crush.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I was 7.
So yeah, speaking of buses, my favorite hobby is, fucking school buses. Oh my god, you mean... No, okay. Okay, in high school, I took a school bus.
Ooh.
Or, a bus.
Yeah, the bus.
It wasn't a school bus, okay?
Yeah?
It's just like a bus.
So you're lying.
You could take it. Yeah, it was just... My brain's just, stopped working, It's just a normal bus that you commute with to work or anything. And I took it to high school. And it's like really early in the morning, 7:40 a.m. I hop in, and we start heading to, the town where the high school is.
Yeah.
And it's like a 40-minute
drive or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And then 5 minutes into the drive, I noticed that the window, like in front of me, like the window pane, is like vibrating and like shaking.
Oh my!
And then I notice it's loose.
Oh my god!
And there's like cold air coming in.
What the fuck?
It's really loose.
Did you stop the bus, or what did you do?
I was like thinking, is it gonna fall off? Okay, but there was like a woman sitting next to this window pane, and she noticed like, oh fuck, cold air, and this is like a loose paint. So the next stop, she was like, excuse me, the window is like really loose,
falling out.
Yeah.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
And I don't remember exactly what happened after that. I think he like put tape over it to like keep it steady.
Just taped it. He went like, "Hey, any of your kids got tape in your backpacks? Come on, I need to fix it."
Yeah.
Also,
then, another time.
And then, did you just drive off to school after that? It was just fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Went to school.
Nice.
And this immediately reminded me of another incident.
Ooh. What?
We were driving to school and we were like halfway there, but we couldn't go all the way because there was a car crash.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this happening.
Yeah, the bus driver tried turning around, but you know, it's a wide bus.
Yeah, it's a really big bus.
And the roads aren't, you know, designed for like, you know, turning around if you're like a bus. So he still tried to do it and he got stuck.
Oh my fucking god.
And we basically had to wait until like a smaller bus came and picked us up. And we had to take like a really long route to the school.
Nice.
And I, you know, missed my first class just, you know.
Nice. Yeah.
Taking this long route.
Long ass route. I remember this happening. I remember you told me that your bus driver got stuck because there was a car crash and shit. And it was just like,
Yeah.
Sounds like a pain.
Absolute mess.
I remember one time when, you know, the bus drivers have like schedules, of course. They have like times that they're supposed to go and all that and arrive. And one time the school bus that I was supposed to go on arrived like 6 minutes early or something. And I was gonna run out into the school bus to, of course, go and go home for like the weekend. And the fucking school bus driver just like took off 6 minutes early. He just drove away without me. And school buses, or not this was in high school, sorry, it wasn't a school bus, this was just a bus, this was just the regular commuting bus. And buses in Iceland are the fucking worst with that. They never really follow their schedule. Sometimes they're late, sometimes they're early, and when they're early, they just leave. They don't fucking wait sometimes.
It's really annoying.
And then,
like when they're late, they stop for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. And then they just fucking leave. And I remember when I went bowling like 2 weeks ago. I went bowling with my friend, and then after bowling, we were gonna take the bus, away to our homes, and we had the same bus, so we were just like walking out, and we see the bus driving, and we were waving at it like, "Oh, bus! Oh, there it is at the stop," and it just fucking drove past us. It just left. We were so fucking mad. We had to wait like 20 minutes or something for the next bus. And also the fucking bowling alley and like the place where we were at was about to like close too. So like just before we had the next bus, we were just like, oh, thank God. We were actually like, we could wait there for the next bus before it closed, basically. And so finally, when it was about to close, we heard like a big old, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen, in 5 minutes, we're closing shop," basically. And we were like, all right, let's just go now. Let's catch the bus early. But yeah, the buses in Iceland,
ladies and gentlemen,
fuck them.
Lufthansa.
Stick your dick in a bus.
Oh my God, no!
In the exhaust pipe. It's gotta burn.
Wonder what will happen,
I don't.
Actually, I don't wonder.
I don't do that. Don't wonder.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't wonder about that.
Don't wonder about that. I had one more vomit story before we leave off, because this is the vomit episode. Of course, we gotta talk about vomiting one more time.
The vomit bus.
The vomit bus. One time, I came to school. I walked inside. Take off my jacket, Why does it jacket like that? Jackass.
Jackass.
Take out my copy of Jackass 3D out of my school bag.
Guys, check it out.
Check it out. No, I took off my jacket, put hung it up, and then I was putting my, slippers on. When I just barfed like on the floor right over my slippers and my like socks and shit, and I just like look over. The receptionist can see this because like it's like right next to where we enter the school, and she just goes, "Hold on," and she just like called my parents and told them I was sick, like without me doing anything. She just like saw that I threw up and just went, "Okay, hold on."
911. Yeah, I need police right here
immediately. So yeah, I ruined my slippers. That was not nice. No, they weren't ruined, but I didn't really use them after that because they smelled bad.
Well,
and I ruined my copy of Jackass 3D. God damn it! Threw up all over it.
What the fuck? You threw up on like the pips and the discs?
Yeah.
On the DVD itself?
I threw up into the DVD case and then I closed it. And so when I opened it, was like
and then when the DVD's trying to read the pips with its red laser, it just reads your throw up? God.
It just starts playing a different movie. Starts playing Jackass 2.
Starts playing The Room. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, before we leave, there was one more story of like me being sick that I remember where I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast, but I've told you about this before, and I've talked about this on stream. One time I was like ditching class. It was, I think, math class with a teacher I didn't like, and I'm also just like, I'm not good at math. I'm putting it out there, I'm not good at math at all.
Like a warning. Warning, he's not good at math.
Exactly. And so I was like ditching class, and this is the first and like only time I ever ditched class because like I was a goody two shoes and I never really ditched class, but that time I was like in a bad mood and I was like, fuck this, I'm ditching class. And so instead of doing what a rational student would do and just like go hide somewhere to ditch class and just stay on my phone or something, which I had a phone at the time, I just started like walking around the hallways. I was just wandering around like going on a little stroll, and then a hallway lady like saw me and she goes, "Hey, why are you not in class?" And I'm sick. And she was like, "Oh yeah?" And she took me to the receptionist lady. The receptionist lady wasn't there, but she like went and rummaged around in like the receptionist lady like stuff and found a thermometer, and she put the thermometer in my mouth, walked away,
and it broke,
and then came back, and I was just standing there like, yep, I got a thermometer. And then she like checked it, and I actually had a fever. And she was like, "Oh, you're right, okay, hold on." And she just called my parents. And so I lied about being sick when I was actually sick, and I didn't know it. Like I had no clue. Crazy. Or I had a fever at least.
You knew what you
maybe
were doing.
that was maybe why I was in a bad mood or something, because I was in a bad mood when I ditched class. But the teacher basically sent me home, and my day was good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So this was the sickness episode. Down with the sickness.
This just made me sick.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. So let's just like end this episode by just like a throw up session.
Throwing up.
Throw up session. So let's stick my. I'm gonna stick my.
Start
finger.
throwing up, man. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm gonna stick my.
We're ending.
I'm sticking my finger down my throat. Hold on.
Start throwing up, man.